Hello, good morning, everybody. Kind of a special stream this morning. We're joined with Oakdew. Oakdew has joined us on the family server, and we're going to continue on with the Prismarine Kingdom Ocean Monument Rising. So, and the farm, the Guardian Farm. So we're continuing progress there. I'm learning voice chat too. She's probably listening to my whole intro, not just through stream, but also through us and our voice chat. And I'm just now realizing, like, oh, good grief. You know, I can hear you in game. I can't, oh, I can't hear. Oh, maybe I did the thing right. Maybe I did the thing right. That's probably a good thing. And we're also, I guess we're going to run some tests, because when we head over to the Minecraft screen, let's make sure everything is working there too. So let's do that. Let's head on over to Minecraft and let's get this started. This is fun. Fun. All the funs. There. Okay. So Minecraft screen. Oh, can Okay, so that's still going good. All right, let's get our voice chat. Let's click and group and can you hear me now? Oh, all right. Can Oakdew, you there? Hello. Am I doing this right? Am I doing it wrong? Good morning.
Ooh, there you are.
There I am.
Oh, you had only put it on the one screen, so when you switched over, you didn't hear any of the questions I asked you.
Nope, probably not. Oh. Yep, I deserve it. All right, so I guess I should say how does she sound? How does Miss Oakdew sound? Got a sonnet? You want to sing it? We want to recite a sonnet?
Sing a sonnet. I could sing a sea shanty. If anybody else comes in, they'll have to let us know.
All right. Okay. Well, welcome in everybody. This is Oakdew. If you haven't seen her before, I have her link in the description to her Twitch channel. Boop, boop.
The delay between the video and gameplay is amazing.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yes. Especially on YouTube. I know it's just a smaller one on Twitch, but YouTube it is like a full-on, probably 20 seconds, and it's a long 20 seconds.
It is. I'll adjust.
Yep, there's Oakdew. But yeah, she mods for me. She does an amazing job moderating on Saturday mornings. I've got to say, love my mods. And again, she streams on Twitch. There is a link in the description. As a matter of fact, I can put it up here as well, because I've got a fancy little command. I am so bad at this stuff, like shouting out people. Every time you should come in, I should be able to do this. And actually, it's stuff that Twitch does have kind of down, as being a being a streaming platform versus the YouTube being a streaming platform. I can hop in and I can just type something in, and then the command comes right up because it recognizes that I'm there. And I'm so fascinated by stuff like that. I'm like, why can't YouTube do that? It's because they don't want to put the money in the infrastructure, I guess. I don't know. So today we have this here ocean monument where we've deconstructed most of it, and I've got the schematic. We moved it up. It's in place. I need to finish taking down the walls there on the left-hand side, as we can see. And I thought what we would do, because I'm still working on the kill chamber mechanic, is we would work on the floor and flatten this out so it's not so rocky and hard to traverse. So we're going to need some more shulker boxes, and probably need to figure out some sort of system for, I don't know, maybe stone or what we should do with the floor, and torches, or if we do slabs, or anything of that nature. So
I did bring more. Look at the shulker boxes that used to be full of sand.
that's a green shulker box. That's a prismarine shulker box. So there's these boxes here.
No, not that side. The other side.
Yeah.
They're all empty.
They're
right?
all
You said we're gonna need some more shulker boxes. I did that.
Yep. I see that. So yeah. So I think we'll like work on the floor, flatten it out, because obviously when we come here, this is going to be a huge island. Let's go to our free cam mode here. So the idea is that we're going to build this up around the ring, and it's going to be an island, and the palace, well, this ocean monument palace, palace, will have been risen up out of the ocean. And then down here, my idea, I see everybody do the bubble columns up, and then they have the kill chamber up top. What if we do magma blocks and bring them down, and they just die on the magma blocks? I need to test that still. I'm sure somebody out there already has an answer to that conundrum for me. But yeah, I'm working on that on the side. So before I actually try to build it here on the server, I figure I would continue on with some of the aesthetics as far as, like, you know, clearing all of this out. We're going to get a lot of material out of this. This is going to look so good. And just flattening it. I've already got torches up down at the below, so if we decide to create a floor...
Torches are not a good idea, because anytime we put a hole in the wall, like mistakenly click a piece of sand away, we're washing out a bunch of torches.
Yep. No, good. See, this is why two brains are better than Daddy Bones.
Well, that, and I just knocked a hole in the wall.
Oh, good grief. Oh, look, you did knock a hole in the wall.
I did, I told you. Mistakes are going to happen with the Oakdew around. That's just the way it goes.
So that's the plan for today, and we get to talk about just anything. Anything you guys come up with. And of course, Oakdew and I will talk. We'll talk about... So I went to Disney, and Oakdew asked me to do something for her, and I couldn't do it because they didn't have what she asked for. But I do have a care package I do need to send Oakdew.
Aww.
As a matter of fact, that's actually on my list.
You don't have postcards at Disney anymore?
They had a 10-pack of postcards, and none of them were Figment.
Aww.
Off camera, I also healed up all of my tools. As a matter of fact, I want to put this fortune away so I don't use it by accident. We'll take this bundle out and put the pickaxe there. Oh, we'll do that. That works for me. Oh, and I'll sleep so we don't get any sky critters.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, so they didn't have any. They had a 10-pack. I'm gonna turn this overlay off, so we're now just looking at the field. Oh, look at you with the sea lanterns. Such a smart woman. Good grief. What? See, I've been missing out in my life. 1% missing out in my life. All right, that's empty, so we're gonna continue on here. So I healed up my tools off camera, and yeah, so. And working on the mechanic for if the magma block kill chamber is going to work. I like the idea better, actually. I don't know I don't know if I told Oakdew that's my plan, but I like the idea better than doing the elevation and then bringing them up into the sky, or because I don't. So I like farms, and I think they're really cool. But when you have like this tower, I think I've said, I don't know, I've said this before. It just, to me, it's an eyesore. So if you can't hide like this, the AFK platform, like, okay, so I was watching B-Dubs's channel, one of his building with B-dubs in this latest series. I guess he's on series 3 or something.
Okay.
He built a bunch of trap doors in the sky, and from the ground, they looked like a flock of birds. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And he's like, but this one trap door stands out because that's my AFK trap door, where he'll stand on it and he AFKs for what his farm is for.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was genius. So
I've also done hot air balloons too.
Ooh, nice. So I like trying to hide stuff like that because, like Disney, you don't want to ruin. I don't like. I want the the mechanics behind the magic to be hidden. You know.
Like all that red wool over there? Huh?
Well, you know.
I do know, it's fine.
I got nothing.
Fine. Yeah, there's no defense.
So, well, you know, I did say that the one day that I decided to start this, you know, it was early on. Maybe the first week I decided that I was like, I wasn't gonna be streaming Vault Hunters, and we came on here. I decided to stream from here, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna work on this, and it was going to be the bridge. I think I was going to work on the bridge and maybe get some ideas about the house. And what I have to go back and look at the stream, but I don't know how, but I ended up flying around and like, you know, I'm going to build a guardian farm because I don't get to build with these blocks. I actually, it's not that I just never, like, in my early days of Minecraft was on Bedrock on my phone. I was one of those players.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And it was not easy. And my phone battery would die often because I'd be playing someplace that I couldn't plug in. But when I moved over to Java off of that, because I had never did the Ocean Monument on Bedrock, I didn't do the Ocean Monument here. I was still getting used to the controls, like the WSAD keys. I was still getting used to like my finger placement, my left and right mouse. I was like literally learning how to use a mouse again because I hadn't used a mouse in so long.
I can't imagine playing. I have a hard time playing solitaire on my phone because the cards are so teeny tiny.
Yep, and the controls are just funky. Like, because you're literally like swiping across the screen and trying to go straight or left. And auto jump on your phone on Bedrock is a must. Like I hate auto jump here on Java. But auto jump on your phone is a must. And it took me a while to get used to it here on Java because I think the initial setting was the auto jump was turned off, so I would like run up to a block, and then I would like
stuck.
I have to get stuck. I'm like, why aren't I jumping? And then I'd die to a creeper or a zombie or something. And this is my first experiences with Minecraft Java. Getting stuck on blocks because I wasn't auto jumping. And now I think when you start up a fresh Java world, I think auto jump is turned on.
Yeah, I turn it off.
Oh yeah, I turn it off now too, because I started getting used to like needing to manually jump. I say manually jump, auto jump. So yeah, now I turn it off as well.
You drive a stick shift car?
I did. I did.
Right.
I no longer drive a stick shift. I still know how, obviously.
It's there are times like when I'm turning a corner, right? I push my left foot into the floor and reach for the gear shift to go into second gear as I'm turning the corner, so that I come out of the corner in second gear.
Yep. Yep. I still rest my hand on the shifter.
I have a one that's on the steering wheel. So.
Oh, the column. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I still rest my hand down there, and my wife makes fun of me. Hers is up on the column as well, like up on the dashboard. But she drives a. She's like Jesus. She drives a minivan.
Why is that like?
Or
Jesus?
an Astrovan. No, it's a new song that's out. It's like Jesus drives an Astrovan.
Oh. Yeah, I'm stuck in the 70s. I know a couple 80s songs.
And then, of course, the Philly Specials did a little take off it called Santa Drives an Astrovan.
Who are the Philly Specials?
It's basically the Philly football team who do, like, Christmas albums.
Philadelphia... Oh, has a football team.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Eagles.
Eagles, yep.
Okay.
And when they're doing bad, they're called the Beagles.
Oh. Okay.
But they don't do bad. They're constant winners. It's like the best team on the planet. Hands down.
Yeah, whatever.
Makes soccer players look awful. They put soccer players to shame. Football. You know,
I'm gonna put oars in this green shulker here, so it'll make it easier for us to put it away.
Perfect. All right, so there's that. So that's the last that I'm going to do here. I want to leave the floor down here just so I have a reminder of where I want the kill chamber to be. Bloop. And sploosh. And so I don't need this box anymore. What's in here? Sand. All right. So yeah, these boxes on the left should be all the bits and bobs to make the remake, except for the floor. We have to, like I said, I have to figure out the kill chamber for the floor. All right, let's take this box here, and I'll start on the back side, I guess.
So are we taking everything down to... You took away all the lights, Daddy Bones.
I did, because I'm such a dork.
You, with your UHC challenge, you'd never survive.
I have survived so far.
Uh-huh. It's because you're not taken down in a Guardian monument.
Currently. So I've actually been I've been thinking about that challenge a lot because I'm still kind of on my mega build idea. Like I want it to do a mega build, like mega build. Like so there's basically like what I know I've referred to it before. Oh, Kitty's joined us.
Did you tell them about the storage area?
I have told Kitty about the storage area.
Okay.
Oh, she's gonna be our sleeper.
Oh, beautiful.
Brain, work, function. I was talking about something and got squirreled.
A mega project.
The mega project. The mega project for the hardcore world. So, and I've been, so, let me tell you a story. And I say tell you a story because this is how I started my yesterday with one of my coworkers. And I've been doing a lot of story structure stuff again lately. Kind of refreshing because I really want to do another stop motion animation. and I want to make a story, like an original story for it, and maybe do like a oh my goodness, like a film festival. And so I wanted to do a simple story about, and I say a simple story, and this isn't the story I'm using. I'm just trying to like practice. But it's like I need to come up with a simple story, easy like a water cooler kind of story. And
Can I ask a quick question?
Yep.
Are we leveling things off to the floor of? If you look at the floor.
Yes, I think. Yeah, I think
it's
this.
39.
Yes.
This.
39,
okay.
40.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Then I'll use my extra stone when I get it to fill in up to that.
Yes. Yes. And I think I want to get rid of all the gravel. Like, I don't want any gravel around. What do you think about that? Like, obviously, because it's down here, you don't need to pick it up, but I don't want to be walking on gravel. Gravel just sounds gross and crunchy. Well. Anyways, so I come up. So I was practicing my craft. And coming up with just a simple story, and it's a story about a 10-year-old boy. And he loves playing with dinosaurs. And he's got
10-year-old doesn't.
Yeah. Yep. And so he's got this dinosaur, and he's conquered this dinosaur, and he is the greatest dinosaur hunter there ever was. And he rides on the back of a T-Rex. Rawr. And he's got a little toy T-Rex, and he's got like a Lego man that sits on top of the T-Rex. That indicates that that's him, you know. And in one of his like little play times, he boop. Nope, I'm out of that stuff. So during one of his playtimes, he says, "We're going to conquer this mountains." And he goes, "Rawr." So he guides the dinosaur over, and he conquers a mountain. And he's like, "I've conquered the big dinosaur, and I've conquered the big mountain." And Mother calls him for dinner. And he goes and says to the dinosaur, "Tomorrow we're going to conquer something even bigger." But the following day, the family and him go to an amusement park. And there, of course, is called the Big Scary Roller Coaster. So he gets in his head that he is going to conquer this roller coaster because he conquers big things. He does big things. He's a big boy. So he gets in line, and as he gets in line, and it's a long wait. We were just at Disney, so everything at Disney was a long wait. But he's standing in line, and I'm like multitasking here. It's crazy.
This is what streaming is, Daddy Bones.
Yeah, right. So he gets in line with the family, and of course, there's this long wait. Now, the long wait is indicative of a lot of things. Like, it's that first challenge. Uh-oh. I see water falling.
Yeah. I told you mistakes are going to happen, and that's why I'm using sea lanterns. But I know how to fix mistakes.
Yeah, but do you know how to cook steaks?
Yeah, I just can't afford to.
Yeah, that's true. So
eggs. Oh my God, eggs have gone up to $7.60 a dozen.
Yes, somebody on another stream has said that they just bought a dozen eggs for $10.
Yeah, yeah.
$9.99. Yep, absolutely insane. So the little boy's standing in line with his parents, and of course, off the get-go, he is brave. He's ready to conquer this roller coaster. Adrenaline's running. Where are some mangrove and dark logs I could borrow? All right. You have to grow some. Let's see here. Hold on a second. She'd have to come over here. Come to the Prismarine Kingdom. Let's come to the Prismarine Kingdom. And find me. And I can give you some mangrove.
Logs or propagules?
Oh, I have like 2 stacks of logs.
I'd give her propagules to make her grow her own. It's good for her.
Oh yeah, there's propagules as well.
Just don't take the last one. So you didn't show her storage, you just talked about it.
Yes, I told her where it was. I don't know if she's gone over there yet or not.
Because it's gonna take some splaining.
I don't think it takes explaining, just it's gonna take some patience to read. And she likes to read. There she is. Alright. Oh.
Hello, little kitty. I see you. Bye.
So anyway, so the little boy's standing in line. This is early on in line too. So this is like that first, like, you get in line like, I'm gonna do this. And so the little boy is in line, and he's got his dinosaur in his pocket. And of course, like, standing in line is no fun. So what do amusement parks do? But they decorate like the walls, and they kind of get you invested into like what it is that you're getting ready to ride. Like, you know, in Star Wars, it was like all the themes of the panels on the wall and props that you get to look at. And with the Avatar ride, it was like, again, it was like the atmosphere, so he starts looking at some of this stuff. I love rising with you. Yes. Yes, Kitty loved Rise. The Rise of the Resistance. If we could have wrote it more, we probably could. And she loved riding Smuggler's Run, which is the Millennium Falcon ride. The heart and soul of many. So little boy's in line. He is super excited to get started on this, conquering this roller coaster. But of course, as he's standing in line, he starts looking at the props around, and props say some stuff like, "Get out. Go away. This ride is really scary." And he starts to like...
Big boys only.
Yeah, yes. Yes, exactly. And so the mind games start. The psychology of it all. For a 10-year-old, that's a big deal, you know? So the mind games start on the 10-year-old. Yep. Kitty knows all...
How old are you? How old is Kitty?
Kitty is 10.
Okay, thank you.
And not saying that this story is about Kitty, specifically.
No.
But I think it's about...
You just have a much more recent reference to 10-year-old than I do. It's been a long time.
Yep. So... But every time he I haven't gotten to the even juicy part of this yet. I'm still trying to like... Excuse me. So this is supposed to be a simple water cooler story, Oakdew.
Yeah, you know.
And placing blocks and is a different sort of challenge while telling a story as opposed to just telling the story immediately. by itself.
It's good for you. Focus.
Focus. I didn't need to do that. All right. So, focus on two things.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you don't have to read. There's nothing going on in chat here at the moment. Imagine.
Oh, I know, right?
Having 40 people in your chat, 23 different stories going on all at the same time. There's no wonder I take a nap after I stream.
I just take a nap after stream. Anyways, so our hero boy, who's going to ride this big scary roller coaster. Can I use moss to make moss blocks? Well, yeah.
Bone meal moss, you get more.
Yeah, just, go far away. Don't, use up to all the...
my landscaping.
Yeah, don't ruin the landscaping around spawn.
Or around storage. I'd be sad.
So the little boy has the dinosaur in his pocket, and that's kind of like been his little luck charm at the moment. But as he keeps leaning in on it, its effectiveness is less and less about how brave he is, as he sees more and more signs about how scary this roller coaster ride is.
Get ready. Say goodbye to your mom now.
Yeah. Yep. I broke the wall.
See? It's not just me.
I can't believe somebody put gravel there underneath that.
Wine, wine, wine.
Alright, so with more and more warnings and signs of danger, the little boy's dinosaur has become less and less effective on his psyche. But the parents, who are also waiting in line with this little boy, because you also need other guides and other heroes or other, not say other heroes, but other characters and guides. And they were in line as well, and they're talking to, like, the neighbors in line. Just whatever about, like, life. About what it's like raising a child, or what they're,
Hot dogs are overpriced.
Hot dogs are overpriced, They talk about adult things. The things that the boy doesn't really care about.
Blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, the family that they're talking to has a little girl who's also going to ride the ride. And the little boy can tell that the little girl was also scared. And I don't want to say conversation, but they both saying that this is the first time riding this ride, and they're getting closer, and she's definitely saying, I'm scared. But she's not saying it to the parents, because she wants to be brave for the parents. But she says she's scared. And so the little boy has to put on a braver face. Because all of a sudden, he now has a heroine. And he has to be brave in front of the heroine. So he starts consoling her and becoming her little Prince Charming. How does that sound?
Mm-hmm.
So, but deep down, the little boy is still scared, but now he's got to put on a brave face for this little girl. And off the get-go, he was, when talking with her, he got his full adrenaline kind of like back up. Like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. If she's going to do this, I can do this. So they finally get to the cars. And this is the moment of truth. Like, this is your last chance to get off this ride. Get off this ride. Because once you get on the ride, there's no turning back. There is only a slight turning back when your child has to pee really bad and is able to shout to the operator that I have to pee. I can't hold it for the next 4 minutes. Then they'll let you off the ride.
I was on a ride once. I didn't know I was pregnant, but I was pregnant at the time. And I felt so sick, and they wouldn't even stop it after I threw up.
Oh.
He was just there laughing at me. It was terrible.
That is terrible.
I hope your story comes out better.
Well, this story, yes.
Not have any throwing up.
Nobody throws up in this story. And this is just a simple story about a little boy learning bravery and facing big challenges. You know, there's his world of make-believe challenges, and then there is the real life of challenge. And for us, like riding a roller coaster is just kind of a normal everyday thing. Happens all the time, but for this little boy, being his first experience in riding a roller coaster, this is his hero's journey to conquering the big, scary roller coaster. So Mr. Bones didn't mean the moss that comes on jungle trees. That's vines. That's not moss.
Oh. There should be some moss in the storage area.
Yeah, we have.
You have to look for it.
There's a lot of moss around. So they finally get up to the roller coaster, and with the boy by her side, the girl is excited. She is thrilled. She can do this. The point of no return. Yes. Oh, there's actually a lot of point of no returns in storytelling.
DaddyBones, you're making a monster farm over here.
I am not making... No. You left this all not filled in, monster farm. Mobster farm.
Uh-huh.
And now
it's lit up. What's the deal?
You're wasting torches. I don't know.
Wasting torches?
I had a lot of gravel.
Yeah, we're gonna need it for concrete eventually. She needs green concrete, and we need it for coarse dirt. Who
needs green concrete?
Oh, you haven't been reading what your daughter wrote.
No, I've been trying to now break my mind from one story to another.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I had a chest. I had it. Yep, there. All right. Green concrete is ugly.
It is not. There's no game block in the game that is ugly.
That is true. I don't disagree with that.
That's a terrible thing to say about a block your daughter picked.
Well, what can I say? I'm just the worst father ever.
Hardly. You took your kids to Disney. We've got this server. You're a good dad.
I try.
You're fine.
So they get onto the roller coaster, and the lap bar comes down, and he feels it. It's all happening. for one last moment, he grabs the dinosaur again. And the ride takes off. He's screaming, the girl's screaming, everybody's screaming and shouting, and the hair is whipping around in their head. They're going up and down the things. This ride is not a loop-de-loop ride, for those who are curious. There could be a loop-de-loop in this ride. Could be the hero's journey to the first loop-de-loop ride.
He could drop his dinosaur in the loop-de-loop.
That's
Oh no. Oh, that would be terrible.
That's tragic. That would be tragedy. Shakespearean.
And then the little girl finds it and gives it back to him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then he realizes he doesn't need the dinosaur to be brave because he was still brave for the little girl, and he didn't even know he lost his dinosaur.
Ah, very good story elements here, Miss Oakdew. Sounds like you've seen a movie or two in your life.
I've read a book or two.
Or that too. Yeah, there's stories in books too.
Yep. I don't do a lot of movies. I like it.
But this is the story about our hero, the 10-year-old boy, and his first time on a roller coaster. So he gets through the ride, and the ride is over after, however many minutes a ride is. Guardians of the Galaxy took no time at all.
It'll be much shorter if you're doing a stop motion animation for it.
Yeah.
Token ride.
Token ride.
Uh-huh.
You should tell them about that. What, the stop motion? Or Guardians of the Galaxy? So, Kitty does not like roller coasters. And I got her to ride Guardians. Unintentionally. Because my memory of the Guardians ride versus what it actually is two different things. I was so engrossed with Guardians of the Galaxy's story that it never felt like a roller coaster to me. It just felt like a ride. It felt like any other ride. Disney does a lot of what I call virtual rides. So you're in a car and it simulates being like on a roller coaster in a sense. But you don't have the air whipping around your head.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney has a lot of that. A lot of simulated rides.
A lot of pretend. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and they use like the virtual walls and virtual screens and stuff like that to sell, and some gimmicks. The Mickey and Minnie Runaway Train is amazing. Alright. Water. Found a little water pocket somewhere.
Imagine that. We're in the middle of the lesson.
Yeah, I didn't even knock down a wall. I just found a water pocket.
I did leave the box with the sponges.
Okay. Just in case we need them.
Mm-hmm. Never know.
Never know. So, Kitty is all about those virtual rides. She can do the virtual rides.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like droppers. So, Tower of Terror was...
Tower of Terror was terrible.
Yeah,
I'm right with you, Kitty.
Tower of Terror was not her fave. But we did Rise of Skywalker, Rise of the Resistance, and it has a drop. Which is only funny because you're immersed in it that you don't really feel that it's a drop until you've ridden it like for the fourth time and you're like, oh, this is a drop and Kitty is handling it. So that was kind of funny about that. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Let me take a little drink of coffee here. So yeah, so I don't think she even realized it was a drop until I pointed it out that it's a drop. Which I thought was kind of amusing. I totally felt it, but I don't think she, yeah, but I don't think she realized it. She was just in the ride.
Nice. I'd had trouble in vehicles, in cars, when we'd go over the railroad tracks.
The whoopee hills.
Oh, I hate them.
Now the girls love it because we have a distinct whoopee hill near us, and we love going to the mechanics because of the whoopee hill.
I get so car sick on a straight road without any bumps that the to have bumps in it, it just oh. Well, thanks.
So I find when it comes to cars, and not that this was recent because it wasn't like, cause I did most of the driving to and from Disney. But I find that as a passenger, I'm more likely to get car sick.
Mm-hmm. And then a passenger in the back seat, even worse.
Yep.
I still get car sick driving though. I hate it.
That's crazy.
Right?
I do understand that there definitely like people like you that are like that.
Yeah.
It just
clearly.
Yeah.
So roller coasters are just a big mistake.
Oh. So, but barring some concrete powder. Oh, I didn't realize we had concrete powder. .32 white.
Do you like the storage area I built, Kitty?
I fall down.
Heard ya.
Well, if we need more gravel, we know where it's at.
Mm-hmm. The ocean is full of it. So is the nether.
Yes, and piglins barter for it.
No, piglins give it to you when you barter for gold. They don't barter for... Oh, yeah, I suppose you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barter, they give it to you instead of gold. Somehow think that we've got a bad end of that, but fine.
So, in playing Vault Hunters and understanding a little bit more about game mechanics, because that's a lot of what Iskall used to talk about was game mechanics. When it came to designing Vault Hunters, there is actually necessity and a need for what we'll refer to as crap loot, because it needs to be there. Because if you got nothing, you'd actually be more likely to not even return if you got no loot at all versus even crap loot.
Oh, I could totally see the dinosaur falling out of this kid's shirt pocket.
Absolutely.
And just flying away and laying on his side like,
Like he never needed the dinosaur to begin with.
right? And then the little girl goes, here. But they'll have to talk about it while they're waiting in line.
Yep.
So she knows it's his.
Yeah. But
You're gonna write Andy on his shoe.
yeah,
Don't have shoes.
Rex. But as the simple story goes, and not complicating it, they just get through the ride. He slowly transitions and enjoys himself. He holds on to the girl's hands. They actually end up in the same car together. So they are like kind of teammates, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. When the ride is over, she pecks him on the cheek, gets the reward from the princess. A little reward from the princess. She kisses him on the cheek and says thank you. And he is the hero of the day for her. Sleeping through this night.
Kitty went to charge her computer or something.
She went to go... Yeah, she went to go something.
Well, she said she needed a charge on her computer.
Oh, yes. She plays on Mama's laptop. No, I don't want gravel. Gravel's gross.
I was reading.
You better ask Princess, little girl.
I love that your wife's name is Princess. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, that was like her email handle when I first met her.
Ah! So she already knew her worth.
Oh, yeah. She is 100% my Disney princess.
Nice.
But yeah, that is the water cooler story I kind of come up with to try to, like, you know, I say practice. You know, practice your craft. Tell a story. So that was the story. I was like, I need to, because, you know, Oakdew was saying something the other day about building. People are like, oh, I'm not a good builder. I'm not a good builder. And of course, we chide her on by like, you know, claiming that we're not good builders. And the one reality of it is, like, I don't care if I'm a good builder or not. I just like to play the game. So we chide her on with, like, oh, I'm not a good builder. She's like, shut up, you are a good builder. You know, stuff like that. You know, it's how we tease each other on the stream. I was going somewhere with this.
Yeah, I don't know. You lost me.
Yep. Oh. Found a clump. Found a, oh, I didn't need to put that back down. Oh, I didn't need to put that back down.
I found a hole.
Yeah, I found a block of raw copper is what I found.
Okay.
I found
Princess said the charger is next to you.
Oh, good grief. Yep, see if that reaches to your computer. I'm making noises.
Yeah, you are.
All right, get up. Yep, there you go. So, oh yeah. So, anyways, practice. It's about the point I'm getting at is practice. I knew I needed to, you know, I wanted to practice my craft basically, and I was trying to come up with something small, something simple, not too difficult, but it still made sense from beginning to end about, you know, our hero's first ride on a roller coaster. and that's the story I came up with.
I like it.
Yeah. So, but it was about practice mostly, because I'm working on a story for another stop motion animation that I want to do for like a film festival or something, and as I'm working on it, I'm like, you know what? I need to practice on some other stories as well. Like, when you get to certain parts of the story, you're like, what elements work here? What elements don't? Is it too soon to bring them in? Is it too? And sometimes I get a little too over analyzing when a lot of people say, just write the story. Like, what do you mean, just write the story? If you have a good start and you're trying to work on the middle, like just then everybody's like, just puke it out. Like, I'm like, but that it doesn't.
You can't adjust it until it's actually there.
Correct, and a lot of people, a lot of mentors, I'll say, writing mentors, will tell you, 100% that the bulk of writing is rewriting.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is why they always say, just puke out your story, just get it out, because without a doubt, if you have a decent story and somebody wants it, whoever wants it still wants you to rewrite it, because they will have notes themselves. Like, they're like, hey, we want to add this in there. So, or we don't like this, we want you to add that.
Well, like me, and I had an idea right away. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Just another perspective adds depth.
Yes.
That you might not have gotten.
Which is
around.
Yeah, which can be good and bad at the same time. There's always that philosophy of too many chefs in the kitchen, which I do agree with. I think 2 is more than enough chefs in a kitchen. Any more than that, it becomes political.
How come you like their idea better than my idea?
Yes. Or why are you 2 ganging up on me? You know. So I think there's a lot more ability to compromise with one person than it is with
Miss K.
Oh, good morning, Miss K. Hope you have a good stream. Be
thanks.
lurking. Yes, ma'am. You lurk away, please. I hope you're enjoying the Florida weather.
Right.
We got lucky. Oh, we got unlucky with our weather, by the way, when it came to Florida. Our time there, it was in like the mid 60s. I think the Saturday before we left, or maybe the Friday or Saturday before we left, it was like up to 70, and then we had to drive home. And that was one of our challenges driving home. Was there was a storm that was here that we had to. We wanted to get home before the storm actually hit, so we were like racing to get home to beat the storm. But then, of course, everything in the South also got a cold snap. Louisiana, Mississippi's, north part of Florida.
Right.
So it's funny too. I had not a coworker, but I had a friend who also works in this industry, and she was going to Florida just after I was, pretty much. Matter of fact, she was there. This person got there on like a Friday when I was at the wedding, and we were leaving on Sunday. And I don't know when she left, because yesterday she sends me an email asking me for some gear, and I said, I thought you were in Florida. She's like, yeah, that was a bad idea, because it was cold. And of course, we have family members who were in Florida that stayed longer than we did, and they were sending us photos, and they're bundled up in like heavy coats and stuff. It was kind of funny. Blue dye makes me go around and pick up flour. Yep, blue dye. You need the corn flour. The only other thing that does blue is lapis, and you kind of don't want to
We're
use
busy
lapis.
using lapis for other things at the moment.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
using lapis for the enchanting table yet.
Yes. Yeah, lapis is best used for other things than blue dye. So avoid lapis
Until,
if you
of course, Oakdew goes, out and gets shulkers of ores, like I do on the Void.
can. So you remind me of a YouTube short, by the way. Yay, one singular cornflower.
Oh, keep looking.
You remind me of a YouTube short. And the YouTube short goes like this: it's like you always have that one friend on the server, and I didn't realize this until I said, "Hey, come on over to the family SMP just so you have a home." I know you're on the Void a lot, so I'm not trying to pull you away from the Void whatsoever. I know you enjoy the Void.
You couldn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just more of a, if you want some other place to play, I'm going to give you another place to play just in case. Because I know that Oak Grove is finally gone away, and I just want to make sure you had a home.
Thank you.
But the YouTube short was, you have that one friend on the server, and that one friend, like, he's like, the person makes like a little starter farm and puts up a sign, says, "Hey, can you expand this?" And when the person logs back in like a day later,
Yeah.
it's the only thing you can see is yellow because the person has made the farm so,
wheat farm has gone.
yeah, has been expanded so big. And I thought about that when it come to you. I was just like, that's Oakdew. Like
Except
when
yeah.
except it's been a week. It's not, it hasn't been like 24 hours. It's been a week.
Right.
And
yeah.
But I thought it was funny. I was like, that's Oakdew.
Yeah. I do have a schematic for a sugarcane farm. I just don't know where you want it, or if you care where it goes.
I was going to, again, I always tell you about my ideas and my plans, and of course there becomes the executional part of this thing. And you and I talked about it briefly this week about doing the auto crafter. We talked briefly about the auto crafter. And what I wanted to do was do a sugarcane farm at the gunpowder farm / creeper farm, so they could be crafted together.
I mean, but that's not the only use we have for sugarcane.
Correct. And I do realize that, obviously.
Or the only use we have for gunpowder, either.
What else would you use gunpowder for?
TNT, potions.
Oh yeah, potions.
I go through a lot of TNT. It's the easiest way to get ancient
Great
debris.
Bangla. Good morning. Hello. Hi. What's going on? We are continuing on with the ocean monument build what we have going on, and we're leveling out the floor here, so it is on the same level as the original floor for the ocean monument. And then we're going to raise the ocean monument completely up here, and we're going to give it its own island. That is what's going on. We will eventually, we're going to turn this into a Prismarine farm, and I am going to hopefully use a atypical form. I see a lot of people use bubble columns or bubble elevators to raise guardians up and then put them in a kill chamber. Well, I'm going to use magma blocks and pull them down to a kill chamber, as opposed to, and they'll just like be at the bottom, they'll die, and then we'll have some mine carts collect
Think we have enough iron for those mine carts?
Yes, ma'am, I think we do.
Hello, Great Bangla.
And this is Oakdew. She's one of the moderators. She also streams on Twitch. So, yeah, I was talking about how, like, when I do farms, and I enjoy farms, but I mostly see farms aesthetically just kind of like, a lot of times people put them in, like, over oceans or way up high in the sky because that's like the best spawn rates. But I think it looked kind of janky. They just kind of stand out. They're like a sore thumb. Like, who is with you? This is Oakdew. Oakdew is with me.
Hi.
She is helping me along with this project today. Maybe next week. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
And we've been talking about storytelling. We've been talking about my trip to Disney, which was last week.
Talking about my need for TNT.
TNT needs, my disdain for gravel, but the necessity for gravel for making concrete powder. Also, I only need sand for
Coarse dirt.
Coarse dirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's finally one of those like large scale projects too, where you get to create or kind of collect a lot of material that you're like, I don't know what to do with all this stuff, but when you need it, you now all of a sudden have it available. So I think that's one of the reasons why I decided to do this project, Oak, wasn't because I wanted to avoid my starter house or the bridge, was because I was like, if I do this project, I'm going to get a lot of material out of it too. So I don't need to like stop in the middle of building the bridge because I need more stone or something.
Well, you certainly would if you decided you were going to fill this whole thing in, Daddy Bones, instead of just bridging over it and lighting up underneath.
Yeah. Yes. My ADD says to fill this in. Or
it's
not
efficient.
ADD. My
OCD?
obsessive compulsive OCD. Yes.
Yep. I'm here to help. We don't have to fill it in. It can be wild. We can be free. We can bridge over it. Ah!
Yes, it is. This has been a very time-consuming project. I'm trying to think when I started this. I started this towards the end of last year, when I stopped doing Vault Hunters. I needed a change of pace, and plus with the Vault Hunters just the state of Vault Hunters where it went. I needed a new project, so we came back here and started continuing here. I don't have that much patience. That's why I don't take on such big projects. You know what's crazy?
It helps to have a friend.
Yes, it does 100%. Helps to have a friend, a conversation. But the other reason why I wanted to build this is like I don't build with these blocks that often. You really have patience. I can. I'm just gonna say I can have patience. I'm not saying I do have patience. I will say I can have patience. But because generally I don't have this much. Generally.
It's fine. I'm here.
Yeah.
I have a lot of patience.
Yes, Oakdew, on the other hand, is my my counter, my opposite, in that
We are.
she does. As a matter of fact, her first week on here, she's created an entire storage system, which I was sorely lacking, and
I moved all your stuff into it,
moved all of my things over to it.
except for the rotten flesh. I've made a list of what villagers we need and how many villagers we need to make for me. I've leveled up all the villagers that are here. No. You have to
Green
cook cactus.
Yes, there is
Get
some cactus.
green dye. by.
Yeah, over by the farm. Over by my farms, there's some green cactus growing.
Just don't take the last one.
Yep. You got to leave the bottom one so it continues to regrow.
And there's some nice furnaces underneath the storage area if you want to go check it out. I don't know if she can hear me or if she can just hear you. Probably isn't listening to you on stream as well. She could just hear you talk if she's in the same room with you.
She is in the same room with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, green cactus, and over at the storage, there on the bottom in the basement, there is a smelter that you can smelt it, like a whole smelter array. That you can smelt the cactus in.
Beautiful. I'm just watching the rocks break. Right.
Well, what you should be doing is also being in your world, because a lot of times when I'm watching other streamers stream this, I'm also playing at the same time.
Right.
So I often tell people, I'm like, you should also be playing as well. Okay, so the whole purpose of the story, you know, and what goes along with what Small Cats was talking about is practice. People saying, I'm not a good builder. I'm like, you need practice. You just need to put some time in and effort in and practice. And that was the whole purpose of creating the story about the little boy and the roller coaster. And it was just to be a simple story with using the elements of storytelling to tell a story about a boy's becoming brave when something as simple as a roller coaster. So, yeah. So I found myself practicing. Kitty's learning the flute, and she can only get better by practicing.
Oh, I love the flute.
I
played the flute too.
Oakdew played the flute.
All the way through high school.
Through high school?
I got my own flute too.
Marching band?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I was never very good at it, but I loved it.
She's trying. She definitely is in a stage where if things are too hard, she I don't say she easily gives up, but she wants, yeah, but she definitely kind of has a bit of resistance if it doesn't come to her naturally or easily, and I like to change her. I'm just helping a Twitch gamer by talking to him, but he hasn't been playing for a very long time. Oh,
lots of things have changed.
Yeah, that I've said. I think I said this a couple of years ago, or maybe a year ago. The state of Minecraft currently is in a great position. There's so much more to this game than when it first came out, and believe me, when I actually decided that one day I was gonna you know what, I want to try out Minecraft, and I say version 1 is I guess the last beta version of the game was called the Adventure Part 1, and then Minecraft release number 1.0 was Adventure number 2, Adventure Relief Part 2, and I think that's when they finally released the dragon and the end. But I played it, and it's funny, logs don't have direction, but then I was kind of surprised with some other mechanics, oh, what was it? There was a mechanic I was like, oh, this has been in the game since, smelting logs to make charcoal. I think the end needs to be improved. Absolutely, 100%. I do not disagree with that statement. I think it's time for an end update. Because literally, it hasn't changed since nearly its inception, and I'm and a lot of players agree to that. Just about every streamer, every player I talk to, they're like, "End update. We need an end update."
I hate the end. I don't even care.
Oh. Oh, more.
Although I will go with you since we have, there's less risk here.
Yes, we have keep inventory turned on. I did it mostly for the kids, and I inadvertently, because I didn't know that years later I'd invite Oakdew to the server, I turned it on for Oakdew.
Go ahead, blame me. I've got big enough shoulders, I can handle the weight.
And some half blocks are also needed. Yes. Oh, one of my favorite end stories is I was watching Scar and Grian and... Oh, I can't think of that guy's name. It's actually it's the new Hermit.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I haven't watched Hermits in a long time.
Not Skizzleman, but the other guy. I think he's married to LD Shadow Lady. Oh, I heard an O over there. She knows who I'm talking about. Anyways, they were in the end, and this this particular individual was bridging out for Scar because they were going to get Scar his end wings, and he ran out of blocks, and he said, "Scar, do you have any more blocks?" And Scar said, "Yeah, I do," and then threw him like a stack of trapdoors. And then, like, just as soon as he pulled the trapdoors in inventory, it's like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Like, the whole react. Joel. It was Joel. Was it Joel? Yeah, it was Joel. It wasn't Jimmy. It was not Jimmy. And Joel's just like, "Are you kidding me right now, Scar?" like who would bring trapdoors to the end to bridge? Like, that's just a terrible idea. Got some more iron, some more copper. I guess I don't need moss block in here. Just get myself an extra. I guess I can probably start putting away some stone. Oh, maybe. Yeah, we'll save some andesite. But yeah, bridging out with trapdoors, and it's just like you're just asking for trouble. That's how much of a menace Scar is. Causing trouble.
Well, it's not like you can't bridge with trapdoors.
Yeah.
You certainly can.
I wish I could link that video right now. Just I'm thinking about it so hard. Because I remember, like, one point Green was like, "What's taking you guys so long?" And then catches sight of Joel bridging with trapdoors. It's just the worst.
Well, it's better than, like, fence gates.
Glass panes.
Oh. Ah!
That was another, like, little fun thing I saw. Somebody put fence panes sideways, like a tightrope through the nether as a nether walk path. This game is so fun in a way to, like, troll friends and play with friends. But I think it's in a great state right now. While it still does need updates, and I do love the constant updates that come with it. I am not excited about the current update system. I will say I love, like, the 1 or 2 kind of mega updates per year or major updates per year, as opposed to all these small incremental updates.
Yeah, these small updates, especially for people who play on servers.
I play Minecraft as if everything were usable. Yes. That's why I have Rotten Flesh, because Rotten Flesh is usable. Although somebody over here does not agree with me.
It's just not worth my time.
You ever see any of the Psycraft stuff at Oakdew? How the heck do I dye concrete powder? Oh, so you make a circle of concrete powder and then put the dye in the middle. I think that's how it is, right? You can't re-dye. Well, that's just not. Somebody's having problems.
I don't miss the drama of having smaller children. I don't. My life is very calm.
I can't find any topics to talk about. Minecraft's not just listening to their gamers. I just want the end update. Yes. I often find myself lurking in plenty of streams, not necessarily needing to talk about anything specific, just listening to the conversation, and sometimes the conversation will bring up something that I want to talk about. Or I might be able to contribute the conversation with. Well, here's your concrete powder back, I guess. I think you got a lot more white now, Oakdew.
Yeah, you have to make it from sand and gravel.
Dub, dub, dub.
I think the dub is the rock being picked up.
Oh, I love the little plops. That might actually be my favorite sound in this whole game, is the plops from picking items up. I know it sounds silly. It's just kind of like, I don't understand how anybody could like that sound. But yeah, that's me. I'm the guy who likes that sound. 1 die for each 8 plain terracotta. Yes.
Yeah, we haven't found a Badlands yet, Kitty.
No.
So I had to dig all that up as clay and cook it. He's talking about dyeing tons of terracotta.
Hey girl, why are... What? Trigger?
I have no idea.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to,
Need a break?
repair my pick stone.
Oh man. Why does it always rain in Minecraft?
Same reason it's always night. It has not rained once since we've been here
It's true.
streaming.
It is not. Yeah, this is the first rain since we started stream
Right.
hour and a half ago.
Right. So, quit your griping.
Not griping.
Why does it always rain in Minecraft? Sounds like griping to me. I mean, I could be way off on this.
Bangalore loves the rain. Full rainy day is a dream. If I had my what is it, the channeling, or just a trident in general? Riptide. I like rain better with Riptide. I don't think I've found a trident yet on this server.
Well, I've made a place to store them. Even if you haven't found it, there's a place for them.
This is going to be a large project to decorate. Dude, do you have any ideas?
I'll come up with something. I always do. Maybe I'll make it out of green terracotta. What do you think, Kitty?
What do you think about green terracotta, Kitty?
I need, like, I don't know, 32 shulker boxes. While you're making some, you can make some for me.
A rainy day and a cup of British tea. I love a good cup of tea.
Yorkshire Gold?
I'm cheaper than that. I just do Twinings.
I got some. One of my friends on the void sent me Yorkshire Gold tea. Really good.
Alright, that's flat now. It's funny, so Twinings. I'm assuming it's called Twinings, not Twinnings.
No, there's only one N.
And Kerrygold butter. It's kind of like our little go-to crutches around here.
Oh my goodness, I cannot afford that butter.
It's at... I don't know why the rain makes me indifferent. Some of the South Asian friends make tea when it rains on holidays. Interesting knowledge there. Mostly because of being American, I drink a lot of coffee, but then at night, in the evenings, like I'll be playing a little Minecraft, and cup of tea is like my little go-to beverage.
I have to be careful. If I have a cup of tea in the afternoon, I don't sleep at night.
It's their trend. Yeah, yeah. Everybody has their isms or their trendisms. Or their customs. That's it. Their customs.
There you go. Words.
I'll get there eventually. So anyways, so we got into talking about storytelling because on the ultra hardcore world, I want to build outside my comfort zone, which is doing mega builds. And instead of just doing like a large building structure, I actually might want to take a page from Manky Hamster and do something organic. I don't know if you're familiar with Manky Hamster's builds.
Oh, who isn't? Holy cow, the man is incredible.
Yeah. Now, I understand coffee is my favorite, but tea is legend. Share some stories. Okay, so I want to do something with like more organic. Like, and again, it's 100% out of my comfort zone, and obviously I'm not planning any of this stuff out. Now, Mankey uses this piece of software, I believe, to make his organics, and then has them turned into block form so he can replicate it in Minecraft. If I understand, that's his method. That's how he does it correctly.
Yeah, I don't think he freehands them all.
Yeah. So I want to go find some references about this, but my thought is to create somewhat like story elements of things in that world, and going large scale, and just doing it large scale. And I say large scale, like just big.
Like, well, have you seen Pixie's dragon on the Void?
Yes, I have.
I mean, it's so big, it's out of render distance.
Yes,
Nose to tail.
Yep. So I want to go big, and I want to tell a story somehow, and I'm kind of working on that story kind of casually. Like, I think I'm gonna like kind of pants it a bit, and just kind of like, we're gonna build this, and we're gonna like figure out the next section of the story. But for some reason in my mind, I have this idea of a large hand just coming out of the ground. So I think that's going to be the first major kind of build. And with the interim, I also need to figure out how to do storage. Without regenerating health, I'm a bit nervous about heading off and like, willy-nilly into the nether. Heading towards the end so I can get wings and shulker boxes. So I'll need to come up with more creative ways. I'll probably get some mules or some donkeys so I can make some mules, and we'll probably need to work on some infrastructure just so I can get around a little bit easier. But the whole not regenerating health is probably the bigger challenge. And I see a lot of people do hardcore. And that's why I picked ultra hardcore as my little flavor, because I think hardcore, I think it's not easier, but in a sense it is. Like, I need to come up with the alternatives of getting my health back. So getting a beacon up is kind of like on the list of things to do, but again, something that dangerous will take time, and it's like I'm just not going to do that next stream. That's just not going to happen. I love the area that I found. I love the area that I found at the end of Wednesday night. It offers me lots of things. I think initially, and again, between streams, like, I'm still thinking about things as far as like what I want to do next, where I want to go with things. Initially, I think I was just going to build like right there in the jungle, because of the lush grass that the jungles have. But when I thought about the hand coming out of the ground, I was like, well, I can do that anywhere. That doesn't need to be in a jungle.
Right.
So I figure I'll make a mega base in the jungle, and then come up with while I'm working on the hand between streams, because I have no idea how what this hand's gonna look like.
The biggest problem with building in the jungle is gonna be those vines.
I actually plan on leveling a lot of that stuff. I mean, it'll be another stream like this where I'm chopping trees and gathering materials and creating a base.
my words. You'll remember what I said at some point.
Remind me again?
The vines. The vines are a problem.
Ah, yes, the vines. Oh man, that is so deep over there. I can't believe you're not gonna let me fill all that in.
Oh, Daddy Bones, we might need it for storage.
Look how deep. Look, oh, here's bedrock. Look, there's some lapis and some gold and some iron in bedrock, in the bedrock down there. That's so deep.
In the bedrock.
Or deep slate.
The deep slate.
Yeah. Oh, there's some magma cubes down there. Probably need some of those.
It's fine. We have a whole server full of materials.
This is true. Oh, we went flying. When Oakdew joined in, I went flying around. And I went here, west. And then I decided to do, and we went out to about 5,500 blocks, and then I went north, another 5,500 blocks, and then back east. And right in here, this area, we found the Pale Garden. So I brought back some Pale Garden stuff. Look at that. That's such a nice spread, a Pale Garden. We did bring back a heart. I did bring back a heart. I just built houses in all the biomes, even underwater. Oh, did you do a little a ship in a bottle sort of thing under the water? Nice, love it. Now you said you built in all biomes. Have you built in the Pale Oak biome yet? Did you build something in there? And what kind of style? You doing a style? What kind of style are you doing? Are you just kind of a random or something for the biome, something to fit the biome style? Using the biome woods and stuff. Secret base underwater. Nice. And then I'm also guessing that you are like me and that you build within the scale of Minecraft. I love houses. And I love building houses in Minecraft. I love building the L shape of a building within Minecraft. The biome that usually has mine shafts, right? Yes, that is the Badlands.
We don't have one.
Which Oakdew and I have not found a Badlands or a desert.
A desert will not have terracotta. He's after terracotta.
Yes. Or she could go look in the river for some clay and smelt some up.
Well, you haven't been reading game chat.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I told you that, right? I'm really bad.
Mm-hmm. I've told you I love you anyway, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I just filled up my shulker box. My shulker box is full.
Well, there are shulker boxes up top, sorted by type. There's ores, and there's gravel, and then there's the big three, which is andesite, diorite, and granite. And then whenever you get enough stone, you come over here and fill up over here. Get rid of some of the stone.
I'll take this box. Somewhat European building style with the existing biome woods. Perfect. Yeah, I love that.
I'm happy for any kind of new oak. I'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah, I'm here. We've only got it. We just got it. But here it's bright. It's super, super white. You don't like the new biome? Do I need a special tool to get clay? Yep, just a silk shovel. Or if you don't have a silk shovel, you just dig it out, and then you can reconstruct the balls back into a block. I know I found some lush caves. That's got plenty of clay in it.
That's what I told her to go do. It does. It just takes forever.
Yeah, there's... See, to me, I love the dyeing system. You know, so I don't understand why they didn't come up with, like, dyes for wood. As opposed to... you know, just... rather than making a new tree. Why they didn't just allow you to do, like, a paint dye or paints.
Well,
or...
we have a whole new mob. We have resin now.
Yep, there is the resin blocks, too.
I mean, we've got a new moss. We've got new vines. I mean, it's more than just a new wood type.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it does. It just offers more choice. But there, and I completely understand that. Like, we've been looking for other things for so much longer, like better storage, inventory control. You know, it's like we still have the same inventory system from when the game started to now, and we have like what quadrupled our block availability, like so many more items in the blocks to put in our inventory. I still think that bundles should hold 2 stacks and not 1.
You have the same problem in Vault Hunters. You have the same problem.
Yep.
You have so many blocks, and if you don't manage your inventory, you wind up in trouble.
Yeah.
It's just you have a bigger mess with more blocks, with more backpack size. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. And it's not terrible because at least with that you have the backpacks to help you compensate for that. But like I think Vault Hunters. I think Minecraft is at a point where it needs backpacks because it has so many blocks. Like backpacks should at this point should not be really a mod anymore. Like it should just be in the game. But yeah, and that's why it's also like bundles. Like when, where, how are bundles useful? I think there's been a discussion about this, and people talk about like, yeah, it's good early game. And as players, you come up with clever ideas. Like the Hermits came up with that whole stamp system for the mailboxes. Like that's pretty cool. That they've come up with a clever solution or clever way of like the bundle system, where they can have like, they don't need like a stack of hermit stamps, they just need like 8 of each of them, so you know that fits kind of nicely in a bundle. But I still think the bundle should hold 2 stacks because of its limitations with non-stackable items. Like wouldn't it be nice to be able to hold a stack and like a sword in a bundle? Like I think that would be so much more beneficial. When it comes to carrying mass quantities of things, instead of having like 2 shulker boxes, if a bundle could hold 2 stacks, you could have bundles lined inside that shulker box, double stacked each spot, and that way now each spot holds 128 or 2 stacks of items as opposed to just 1 item. Does that make sense?
It does.
So it works.
There's also something to be said for being content with what you're given.
Oh no, I'm not that I'm not content with what I'm given, but I'm trying to like utilize like bundles to be more efficient both early game and late game. Because when it comes to late game stuff, it's like how efficient are bundles or how good are bundles late game.
I don't know. I've never played with bundles.
Yeah. And
Never had a need.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried using them. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so I mean, it's just so it becomes like an item that's both useful early and late game. Because I think that's that thing where people are like, oh, this is good early game, but then late game it doesn't mean anything.
Well, fishing pole? I mean, late game. How often do we fish?
Yeah.
Why would we fish?
And that's why you have, and that's why it's something like, oh my goodness, tadpole. Like that's why tadpole has a fishing redeem, was to make fishing kind of like useful. Oh,
Tadpole has a fishing redeem because he's a tadpole.
Yeah. Well, hello, homie. I'm not excited about your name.
I'm not comfortable with that name.
But I'll just call you homie for now. How are you? Welcome in. But yeah, but I think it was a way that like Tadpole could also have one, utilize a redeem system on Twitch, and two, it created a sense of utilizing a fishing rod, which we wouldn't typically use. So obviously in this latest season of Hermitcraft, Grian used it to try to find mending books, which is hilarious, by the way. Because the fishing mechanic got talked about quite a bit, which is not something that people talked about. Do I have to call you Daddy, or I just call you Bones? Bones is fine. Yeah, Bones is just fine. I have children, so I am their daddy, or I'm their dad. And I was a bony kid growing up, and now I'm just a little more of a frumpy dad now. Got the dad bod rock, I guess, going. So I'm not so bony anymore. But Mr. Bones, that works. That's all good.
I call him DB. It's easier to type.
Yep.
Just DB.
Sugar. I mean sweet. As a matter of fact, my Blue Sky handle I changed to Mr. Daddy Bones. Where was I? Here. There we go. All right. Another shulker box full. There. Look at all the iron we're getting, Oakdew.
Ooh, iron.
Dub.
Copper?
Dub works.
What are you talking about, all the iron we're getting?
I got iron ore.
Oh. Okay.
Because our, iron farm.
It doesn't work at all, right? Yeah.
I mean, I placed it next to...
Oh, you don't sort the boxes as you go, do you?
No. I tried I started off trying, and then I realized it wasn't working for me. I know, I'm terrible, Oak. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Just don't mind if I grumble sometimes at you.
You're welcome too.
It's gonna happen. Your OCD is different than my obsessive compulsive things.
I should have changed my name to... Oh. I guess you should have? Terrible like your dad jokes. Yes, I am terrible like dad jokes.
Yes.
But everybody loves a good dad joke. So anyway, so Grian did the whole fishing thing in the beginning of the new Hermitcraft season. And people started talking about the mechanics, which I'm going to... I don't know if anybody caught this. So the mechanic is the string of loot from fishing is tied to the seed. And I say the string is like, so you get onto a brand new world, and let's say you get 2 sticks and some string, and you craft yourself your first fishing pole. It doesn't have looting, it doesn't have anything on it.
Fishing pole doesn't have loot, but...
Well, no, the fishing pole, like, because if you put, was it like...
You've got lure,
luck of the sea,
and luck of the sea.
Yeah, so if it doesn't have any of those enchantments on it, and you go fishing with that bare bones fishing pole, it'll like let's say the first 5 items is a saddle, a water bottle, some cod, and then three cods. Okay, if you were to record that seed, start it over again, and get a fishing pole, you would get a saddle, a water bottle, and 3 cods. Like and so that's the, no matter what you do to that seed, those would be the first 5 items. If you did luck of the sea, which I think and it changes the algorithm, you'll get something slightly.
It changes the loot table. Yeah.
It does change the loot table. So
I'm going to interrupt you for just a moment as a mod.
Yes, ma'am.
I took her home. You are skating on inappropriate. And as a mod, I will have no problems deleting your message or making you go away. So just please be careful. Okay, go on,
yep.
Daddy Bones, with your fishing tale.
So, anyways, that's how the loot works. That's how the loot table works with that. So, Grian, at the beginning of the season, was fishing, and of course everybody else was fishing as well alongside Grian, all digging into that loot table, because that loot table doesn't change. So if you and I were fishing in the same world, on the same sea, just like we are now, nobody's gonna remove my message. Well, no, not now, but, we have the ability to that, and that's kind of the warning we're just kind of giving you. So everybody's fishing. So, like, if you and I were fishing, and I were to catch the saddle, and then you were to fish something up, you would get the water bottle. So I wouldn't get the water bottle next, I would get the cod. And that's kind of how that was working. And everybody was fishing. More importantly, they were also like kind of, they were just hanging out. They were talking. They were, being friends. They were just like talking about life, and so they were hanging out. But as other people got mending, that prevented Grian from getting the mending, because they would fish it up out of that loot table chain. So, hilariously, for as much as Grian struggled to get mending early on in the Hermitcraft saga, Pearlescent Moon, revealed at some point after Grian had gotten his mending that she's like, I don't understand what was the big deal about fishing. I got all these mending books out, which was hilarious because I don't think anybody caught on the fact that she was fishing out the mending of the loot table that Green was fishing on. And I was like, oh, tricksy woman. Well played. Clever girl. But yeah, there was a lot of discussion about the loot tables and how the mechanic works about fishing. And yeah, early game, it's a good way if you don't want to like do the whole villager route of getting mending. It's just you just don't know when it's going to come within the loot table from the seed that you're on. And I'm surprised nobody came up with a way to manipulate the loot table outside of, you know, Luck of the Sea.
Well, there is. I mean, if you're doing it in the rain, the loot table changes.
Yep.
If you're doing it in the evening, the loot table changes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing it 10 in an unobstructed area, they redid that mechanic. So fishing on a small river or in a single square of water,
Yep.
is different than fishing in the sea or, you know,
Yes.
on the shore.
Yes, I think they were saying like if you want to get something more substantial, such as like books, you have to.
Won't get books in a single
Yes,
square.
in a single square, correct. You need to get on a 5x5 and 5 deep, I'm assuming, in order to start getting loot outside of just fish and which is what you typically would get out of a one
Fish
square.
and junk.
Yes.
You'll still get all the sticks you want.
What in the world?
What, Daddy Bone?
Oh, I'm watching my numbers change. My lighting levels. I'm like, why is it getting?
Because there's a torch beneath you?
Because the torch is underneath that illuminates it, but when I create the
Right.
when I create this floor, it's
Welcome
now.
to the conversation. Yep.
Yep. And then let's do stone.
How long have we been streaming here?
We are on the 2-hour mark.
I'm good for another hour, and then I have to
Well, that's
walk and get my exercise before my afternoon activities.
oh, no worries. Yeah, absolutely. It's usually how long I go for, 3 hours, and that puts us in the 3-hour
Nice.
mark.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that like I'm one of the few streamers that I've come across that I don't take breaks during a 3-hour stream. And
Go that long without going to the bathroom.
I know.
And I found that as I'm getting older, I do need to get up and move.
Yes. Oh, believe me, without a doubt, when I stand up out of this chair, when I'm done streaming, I feel it in my hips, sister. I feel it. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to the challenges that come with the ultra hardcore.
Princess. Hello, Princess.
Good morning, princess. Glad to see you're finally out of bed.
I don't know if she's listening. She must be.
Oh yeah,
She's not
she.
in the same room as you, is she?
Well, she's in another room, but.
I bet it does. Then I'll type hello because then she does. She see that I said hello. You know where would be a good place for her to come and get clay, Daddy Bones? Is right here. Underneath here, there's tons of clay. She could just dig out. It's all lit up.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't need to go explore. Just come get the clay from here.
Kitty, there's clay over here. We can build you a little stairway in and out. Yeah, we got it all lit up, and there is, little thing of clay.
There's plenty of clay to be had.
I'm imagining that being a song, Bangla.
What? What are you doing?
Rain in the nighttime, rain in starlight, rain and shooting stars.
Got it.
I got this book that Disney wrote. I say Disney, like the man Disney, the Disney company.
Corporation wrote.
Yeah, about Imagineering. Like like get your creative juices flowing, and people talk about we talked about practice, and I think practice is one of those things. Practice an instrument, practice drawing. I mean,
building Minecraft houses, whatever.
Yeah, and we talk about going to like work. People work every day for 8 hours a day. Doctors practice. It's kind of funny. Like, why can't doctors just be doctors and not have a practice? It's like this, they're practicing medicine. But it's the same thing with anything. Movie making, art, grocery store clerk, checkout. Like practice is just utilizing that time and getting the skill down. Sing a song, dude.
Boiling eggs.
Oh, I don't. Wow.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew up her bow, dip down, oh blow, my bully boys blow. There you go. That's all I got.
That's all I got. I was learning to play. I mean, not that I'm not learning to play. Soon may the weathermen
come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
I was learning to play Auld Lang Syne on my guitar. And not that I have stopped learning to play it, but obviously the time is now past for the song. But I can still practice it. Gives me something to play.
Yeah, the time will come around again, Daddy Bones.
Yep.
It's about a year away. I don't know if you know this, but we have a new year about every 360 some days.
Yeah. Oh wow, is it that short, huh? Only 365? That's not far at all. I better start my practicing now.
Little kitty's fish face. That's so cute.
All right, I'm going down and get these magma blocks.
Oh, do you want? Here, come here, kitty.
So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need them. Kitty must be here for the clay.
Mm-hmm.
You still missed the Dream SMP. I thought they were still going, just obviously without the one player. Oh my goodness.
Dream?
Yeah.
I know nothing about the Dream SMP. I never. I, see, I'm not a fan of big streamers like Hermitcraft and all that. It's too big. It's. I'm so not interested.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was Dream was on. Obviously, there's Dream. There was. Oh my goodness, the hardcore guy.
Atlas.
No, he's a. I mean, he's a big streamer.
I wouldn't know.
I'm just more familiar with Hermitcraft than I am with the full Dream crew. I think H-Bomb was part of Dream at one point. Captain Sparkles. Speed Silver.
Now, does Kitty have rockets?
Yes, she has
and
rockets.
wings? Okay, so I don't need to build her a ladder.
No, she shouldn't. She shouldn't need a ladder. She's got wings. She got rockets. I think she's got wings. The last time I talked to her, she said her wings were dead.
Yep. Okay, he's good then.
But she knows where the Skelly farm is to get the XP to get her wings healed up.
Fixed. Okay. Just checking. Want to make sure the little lady is taken care of. Can always pill her up too. No.
No, the creeper farm
won't give you XP.
No, just a few that fall at the bottom and don't die. Cause I gotta make that one floor higher. That's the only ones that would come up that would survive the fall. Yeah, actually, I do have a survival series that I've been wanting to add to, and I have the next, like, build kind of ready. And I need to find some more IRL time to sit down and record the episode, basically. And then edit in place. I also have a Friends and Nonsense episode that I have that needs fixing. Like I have the episode recorded. I need to just sit down and make the clips and edit it together. You'll see it on. You can actually, if you're in the Discord, you can see some of my IRL projects. Like this, before we went to Disney, I spent about. Oh look, there's our song.
No, I can't hear it. It's because I'm not listening to stream.
Oh.
Right?
Yep.
That would be too much.
So at the tail end of last year, I got wrapped into making a stop motion animation, which you can see on the Discord. Before the wedding, I made a charcuterie / cutting board that was a wedding gift for the wedding we went to in Disney. I'm also currently working on a documentary. So a lot of my IRL real life stuff keeps getting in the way of the Minecraft things,
you're a dad with kids and you have a full-time job and
yep,
right?
The list goes on. So the series is not over, but it has unfortunately taken more of a sidestep. So instead of and so in order to keep content rolling, I decided to do I decided to start streaming basically. So for 6 hours a week, I am still contributing to the channel with always with the plan and goal to get more content, more edited content and survival series content and let's play content back on the channel when I can. But yeah, I have I say a bunch of builds, but I have a few items that have yet to be, I say, published, that have been in the works for a while. It's just trying to like narrow down the time and get the content out and ready. It's like this, my hardcore thumbnail. Obviously, I can't pay people to make thumbnails, so I make them myself. As a matter of fact, actually, the family server thumbnail was made by my daughter, the one that's not playing Celtic. She made that, and then, but my ultra hardcore thumbnail, like I made that, and very simple. I made a very simple graphic. It kind of just explains exactly, the person I am. I think the YouTuber named World is also very busy, but he uploads. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to dedication and time too. So,
Daddy Bones, do you have stone that you can throw at me?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's Kitty. Oh, there you are.
Here.
You're behind me.
Right, I've been following you.
Well, I saw a name tag, but that was Kitty.
Okay. Because I'm busy making this level-ish.
Yep. Need more? Need more? Want more?
I'll take all you got.
Oh.
All the stone.
Okay, that's all the stone I have for now.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yep. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, Impulse talks about when before he was doing it, like, he would stay up till, like, midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning, and then be at work at, like, waking up at, like, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, getting ready for work. And I'm like, I don't have that in me. Like, there's that moment of, like, you got to be real with yourself, what you can and can't do. And I can't sleep for 5 hours a night and then function the following day. I'm a sleeper. I like sleeping.
And you also need to spend time with your family away from the computer.
Yes.
That is much more important than any of this.
And I will say that one of the reasons why I even got into Minecraft was because of my kids, and so that's the whole purpose of the family SMP, was so we had a shared place to play together.
And now I get to play.
And now Oakdew gets to play. So yeah, there's still plenty of people who hold down full-time jobs and still are content creators. I just unfortunately I just know where my limitations lie. The person I helped also spent time with his family. He even made gaming videos with his wife. His child is always like crying and happy. Yep.
Everyone's different, dude.
Yep. But this is kind of like our playtime in the morning. Like Kitty and I get to play this in the morning on Saturdays. That's why it's called Saturday Morning Minecraft. I grew up with Saturday morning cartoons, and now it's Saturday Morning Minecraft. So as long as I stream this on Saturday mornings, Kitty will be around. And then, of course, now Oakdew's joining us now.
Yeah, I won't be here every Saturday, but, I look forward to seeing what you've done, Kitty.
But yeah, it's a lot about knowing my limitations and what I can and can't do.
Well, great Bangala, you could too make a survival series and stream on YouTube. You could do all that.
But it's just, again, it's knowing my limitations. I work in a creative industry, so I don't want to say about creative talk too much about creative burnout, but it's a real thing. I come up with James Patterson, who's a novelist, has like books and books of ideas that he hasn't even yet written, and uh, you know, but he's only ever working on one project at a time, you know, and it's so I'm sort of similar where I have a lot of ideas, but I can really only effectively work on one project at a time. So if that's stop motion animation, which was the end of around Christmas last year, then that was the creative project I was working on, and it was hard. It's kind of harder to have other creative projects going on. If it's just work and I'm not being creative at work, then you know, read books about creativity. I'm reading so the book I'm reading was by Disney, and it was called the Imagineering Workshop, and it's an interesting book, but it's a way of like saying, hey, when here's some things you can do. Like, people practice their craft, you know. So Imagineering is just kind of like a workbook to like get yourself warmed up to practice your craft and of being creative. Oh. So yeah, I read stuff like that, and I understand that some people they just have it. Not saying they have it better, you know. I'm not saying I don't have it good, but they've worked out a time frame where they can Minecraft and create content and put that all out.
Okay. Let us know when you made it.
I will make.
No, not you.
Yeah.
Great Bangala.
Yep, for sure. For sure.
Says he's gonna make it. Just wait.
Yep. There's a guy. There's a viewer, Viper, who's interested in making some creative content, and I'm full well hope to see his or hers content. So yeah, I will be happy to check out your things as well. I'm very supportive of people who are creative.
You are.
All right, Bangle, you have a good weekend. Take care of yourself.
It was nice chatting.
And nice chatting with you, for sure. See ya, kitty. Ooh, I got a new recipe for the for getting lapis. That's what I love about updating sometimes, is like all of a sudden, like all the stuff you've already gotten, you're like you're getting it all again.
Mm-hmm. I've placed a fair few blocks today, I think. You're gonna have to show Kitty how the lava mechanic worked and how she can replace the lava in the smelter. Yeah, I'm out of usable blocks.
Done.
Placing gravel there isn't gonna help any. Ooh, look!
Are we done? Are we done?
Except for this, I don't know what you want to do with this. Which I left.
Okay.
No, we've got. I need like 12 more blocks over here. down here.
Yeah, I think we can
Yeah.
just cap this off for now.
Okay. Yeah, I have nothing with to cap. And I didn't dig up all the gravel. You're just gonna have to deal with walking on it. It's not like we're gonna be here all the time. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
We may even be putting slabs over this. So to dig up all the gravel uses a lot of endurance on the shovel when we don't have a quick way to replace it yet.
Yep, my pickaxe is about to take a dive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went and traded some iron.
Ooh, down to 90.
So it's a surprise when you put one right in front of your face. There we go.
Lightmatica went to sleep for a moment.
Lightmatica went to sleep. How does that happen? I need more coffee.
Yeah, I needed more coffee too.
You still here, Daddy Bones?
What, Hama? I'm still here. But everything else worked fine. Alright, let's see here.
Did I mute myself again?
Nope, I hear you.
No.
I hear you. Let's see. How are we going to do this? It's a man without a plan. I'm thinking scaffolding. I don't know if I have any scaffolding on me. Oh, I got some terracotta on me. And some clay balls and some clay blocks. Just saying that out loud. And Oakdew, if you're talking, I can't hear you. Lost you, Daddy Bones? I can't hear you. Oh, yep. Can't hear you either. What? What changed? Oh, I'm muted. What the heck? Hello?
Better. What did you do?
Well, you know, if you have my stream up, you can see in the lower left-hand corner, there's a microphone and it had a slash through it.
You muted yourself.
I
tried to tell you
I
that in
did.
game chat, but you weren't reading it, so I asked Kitty to tell you. And she's like, I can only talk to him in game chat. I'm like, no, you can get up and tell him.
So my mute is keyed to M, and so is my Lightmatica. So when I hit M for Lightmatica, it also mutes my mic.
Cool. You know, I love you too, Daddy Bones. If you want to get rid of me, I could just go.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
All right. Escape options, controls, keybinds. Where is that? Voice chat, mute microphone. Well, we have it set to V. What can we set it to B? B. B is bound to something. What's B bound to? Oh, B is bound to player overview in replay mod. So that should be fine. So now there's that, and now I can. Oh, B is also for bookmarking waypoints. Options, control, keybinds.
Bubblegum.
B is for bubblegum. New waypoint, B. Let's change that to... How is J bound to something? What's J bound to?
Don't know. I don't have J bound to anything.
Roll counter clockwise. That's also in replay mod. Okay, so that's fine.
Thank you for sleeping, kitty. I appreciate you.
All right. So now it should all be good. V for voice chat, B for muting. But yeah, okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Technical problems solved. All right. Scaffolding.
What's the next thing we're doing?
Well, I was going to go and put a corner up and create like just a box, like the floor box of the schematic.
Mm-hmm. You know about Easy Place, right?
I do know about Easy Place, but
Okay.
But I don't want to do that. That's cheating. We're in survival mode. And then it also gives us a reason for scaffolding.
Easy Place will make it go much quicker so we can actually finish this project.
What? I don't need to finish it today.
No, I wasn't saying today.
But this is part of the fun. Hey, could I steal that Terra that magically appeared in your inventory? I guess so. Dirt.
Yeah, there's no way.
Boo-doo-doo-doo. Stone, stone, stone. Andy. Oh. Oh boy.
I ran out of blocks.
Where'd you go?
I fell off. I ran out of blocks.
Oh.
I just thought I could make myself a nuisance here. Place blocks in the sky. I should probably start one layer down. I thought I was at the bottom, but I'm not.
Oh, let me change this configuration to render single layer. There we go. There.
And if you plant, can't hear me.
If you plant a whole bunch of cactus, you'll get more quicker. Yeah. Alright.
I didn't know. I don't want to assume anything.
Yeah, I was gonna make another cactus farm eventually at some point. But again, if I was gonna make it, it was gonna get like, I say janky, but wasn't gonna be nice, you know?
I have a really good-looking cactus farm.
Oh, I have a good-looking cactus farm too. I just, since I didn't focus on.
I mean, I can.
Ooh. You were on my little, like my little square over there,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to like surprise you.
It would have been okay. I landed on the wrong corner. Happens sometimes.
And you wanted to go fast. This is so nice. I never mean to be
Finish it
insulted.
before. I'd like to finish it before I'm, 80.
It will be
I've
finished.
only got so much time.
It will be finished before you're 80. Good grief. Like, you made it sound like you wanted to finish it this stream. Like, it's gotta be finished now.
No.
I'm like, if you don't finish it now, that means we have project content for next week.
My goodness. You'll never run out of things to do. You could make a cactus farm. Make a sugarcane farm. The auto crafter.
Yeah, but if you make it all this
Finish
week...
the house. Make a bridge. You'll never run out of content.
But what I'm saying is if you finish it today, then you'll have nothing for next week.
What do you mean? There's the bridge, there's the house, there's storage, there's exploring.
But when I finish it today, there won't be anything for next week.
What do you mean? You could work on designing the farm. Or get Kitty some more terracotta, or find some badlands. There's always content.
Oh, Kitty...
Always content.
Kitty needs to get braver. I keep giving her too many fish, but she needs to learn how to fish. It's sometimes a struggle.
I am Kitty. I'm gonna do it as fast as I want. Thank you for sleeping.
Oops. Oh, fell down. That's where I miss my Magnus the most.
I can understand that.
Yeah, but I think that's why I always have like a multitude of projects going, is to prevent what I call creative burnout. Then some people say, well, that's crazy. Like I said, James Patterson has like a bunch of projects, like a notebook full of like ideas. So he's never without an idea. But he might be just, oh, hey, I'm on your side.
Well, they all need to get placed. It doesn't matter.
I made a ring around the outside.
Okay.
All right, picked up all your blocks. Easy place mode.
things off of the boxes and move on to the next thing. All right, I'll do the cheating. You can do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, I am using Lightmatica, so it's not exactly the old-fashioned way.
You're already cheating.
Yes.
So why not use the tool to its fullest capacity rather than only using half of the tool? I'm going to drive the car, but I'm only going to go in first gear.
Wow, that's like saying I'm going to drive the car, but I'm only going to do the speed limit.
Nuh-uh.
Not less than, not more than, just the speed limit.
No, not using easy places like saying, yeah, I'm just going to use first gear. I know it can have more gears. I know I can do this faster, but I'm just going to just use first gear. Because I want to enjoy the scenery along the way. I'm only judging a little. Okay, Daddy.
I know.
I was going to say I'm not judging, but that's not true. We all judge. I just don't hold any weight to said judgment.
I just know that next time I log on, you're going to have this finished.
I got a whole other server and build project to work on. And I do actually spend some time away from Minecraft. I am not on Minecraft 24/7. Been playing Minecraft less.
It grew finally.
Yay!
This girl's
No
10.
words for that. Is so inappropriate on stream. She's not my daughter.
She's not normally like that either. That's out of left field.
Yeah, that's not good.
We'll have a talk afterwards. I'm using this piece of cactus to grow more cactus. Yep. Like I said, I had 2, but I only had 2. Wasn't.
Yep. If you could save me 1 piece, kitty, I would really appreciate that. I could make a whole cactus farm out of 1 piece of cactus.
Do 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 do.
Can't hear me.
Hmm. Hmm. Yay, I'm under a slab. Well, accomplishments.
Is that like an oak landing?
I believe so. And it was
Well, she
intentional,
knows about
not an
oak
accident.
land. Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Or- See? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
It is gorgeous.
We have, what, 7 minutes left to stream?
Okay. Can you see the progress on the bell tower anytime by... Okay, same with you, Miss... Oh, yep, we'll take a look. Alright, Where's the bell tower at?
Alright, I'm coming.
Oh, why don't you just put the chords right in chat and we can go that way. Oh, it's andesite. What's that doing in there?
So I can't see. The difference between andesite, stone, and gravel.
Alright, we'll put andesite there.
There's the andesite in with the diorite and the granite.
All right. Where's this bell tower, Kitty?
Uh, it is, 104 minus 284. Or is it minus 104? I can't tell.
Minus 103.
103, 280. Yeah, same thing. Ooh. This is lovely. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is your start of the bell tower.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna drop off these resources and
Yep, and we're gonna wrap it up.
right. I'll let you wrap it up. Say goodbye to chat and all this stuff.
Yep.
I'm just gonna log out here for now. Thank you for having me on stream, Daddy Bones.
Thanks for hanging
been
out with
fun.
us this morning, Oak.
And we will see you again soon.
Very soon. Very soon.
Okay, bye.
Boy. All right. Let's head on over to our unfinished builds over here. There we go. Let's see. Projects. House. Bridge. I want to do something with this skelly farm, so it's just not just a big block just sticking out of the ground. Prismarine Kingdom, which we are currently working on. We got a lot of stuff to do. There really is nothing to run that we're going to be running out of anytime soon. But I'm never in a rush either to finish projects. Take my time, take your time, and make them the way you want to make them. That's kind of how I see it. Let's head on over to the finish screen. There we go. Boom. So I want to thank you all for coming in this morning. Bangla, it was so good to meet you. I appreciate you, man. And a great new storage area. Yes. Well, yeah. Oh, and that's still somewhat of a work in progress. We still, we still need to get some chests for that as well. If you want to follow me on the socials, Discord is probably the best place to find when I go live or when I create new content for the channel. And you also see some IRL projects that I'm working on. And I want to see some of your IRL projects or even your Minecraft projects. I would love to, have a look at them. Other than that, we got Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. I have got rid of Twitter X. I am just not participating in that platform any longer. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. We will be back Wednesday night, 9 p.m. for a stream where we play Ultra Hardcore. Ultra Hardcore is where I do not regenerate my health, and it's in a hardcore world. So that is the ultra hardcoreness of it. Where I plan on doing much larger builds. Is my goal is to do much larger builds. And like I said, one of the first things I had in mind was basically a large hand coming out of the ground. That's all I see in my head. I have still yet to design it. I have still yet to come up with exactly what kind of hand. Does it have a long fingernail? Is it more of a claw? Is it, what is it? So, yeah, I want to come up with something, and I want to come up with like somewhat of a story for each of the builds that will be created in that. They'll be hopefully both be organic and structural, but we'll see. It's just. We're going to take it one stream at a time. I may stream that twice a week. When I decide not to stream here on the family server, we may stream it once a week. But I would like to dive into it some more and get more onto it. Multitude of projects happening, as I've always expressed. Just a lot. It's just a lot. So, anyways, Everybody, thank you so much. Again, I will see you again soon. And as always, I want you all to be kind to each other. Stay safe out there. See you again soon. Cheers.